Do you find that you often question a decision you've already made because you're no longer certain that it's the best decision? If so, this could be due to intolerance of uncertainty. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the relationship between second guessing and intolerance of uncertainty, and what you can do to stop second guessing yourself. Hi everyone. We all have to make decisions from time to time, and sometimes it's not clear if we've made the best decision. It's natural to second guess yourself at times, but if you find that you're second guessing yourself a lot, this may be due to intolerance of uncertainty and questioning whether you made the perfect decision. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how to recognize and eliminate second guessing yourself. But before I get into that, just a couple of disclaimers to go over. I'm a registered psychologist in the province of British Columbia, Canada, and this video is for informational purposes only. It is not intended as a substitute or replacement for advice from your doctor or mental health professional. Now, with those things out of the way, let's start talking about second guessing. Now, in a prior video, I talked about the manifestation of intolerance of uncertainty, which is associated with excessive information gathering before making a decision. I use the example of doing lots and lots of research and reading tons of reviews before making a decision to buy a digital camera. Now, suppose you went through that process. You did your research and you decided on the digital camera that you wanted to buy. You buy the camera, and at first, you feel pretty happy with your decision. But have you ever been in a situation like this where you start to question whether or not you made the right decision? Did you actually buy the right camera, or was there a better camera that you could have bought? This second guessing is an example of intolerance of uncertainty in that the whole purpose of reviewing your decision and questioning whether or not you made the right decision, it's all aimed at gaining certainty about whether you made the right decision or not. So when you're questioning a decision that you've already made, what you're doing is essentially relitigating the decision and thinking about the information that you had going into making the decision and reviewing it over and over again. But what can also happen in the second guessing process is that you begin to start seeking out new information to help you determine whether or not the decision that you've already made to buy that digital camera was the right decision. This can take on the form of researching new cameras that have come out since you bought your digital camera and reading reviews on all of those newer cameras. It could be reading long-term reviews of the camera that you bought to see if other people have found the camera to still perform well after a while. All of these behaviors are designed to eliminate the uncertainty around your decision and to try and answer the question, did I make the right decision about which camera I bought? Yes or no? Now, you might be wondering, look, so what? So what if I second guess myself? So what if I want some clarity or clarification as to whether or not I made the right decision? Isn't that a good thing? Well, in the context of someone who's worrying excessively, this second guessing doesn't really serve any positive benefits. First of all, it makes a person really inefficient. They've already spent a whole bunch of time researching and gathering information before finally making the decision to buy the camera. And by engaging in second guessing, they're spending a whole bunch more time reviewing that information again or reviewing new information to confirm the decision that's already been made. Questioning a decision you've already made also tends to undermine your confidence. Ask yourself this question. If you were confident in your decision making, if you were confident that you make good and reasonable decisions, would you have to constantly review your decisions to determine whether or not they were good decisions? People who are confident make decisions and then move forward with their decisions. And if the decision turns out to be a mistake, then they deal with the mistake then. They don't assume that they have potentially made a poor decision and review it to confirm whether or not it actually was a poor decision. Therefore, by engaging in the second guessing and questioning the decision, what you're doing is actually undermining your confidence. You're telling yourself that you're not good at making decisions. So, if you can relate to this, if you find yourself often questioning decisions you've already made and you recognize that this is a form of intolerance of uncertainty that you regularly engage in, what can you do about this? How do you go about changing this? Well, the first thing is to recognize that you're second guessing and to recognize that this is a form of intolerance of uncertainty. It's not you being responsible and diligent and reviewing a decision to make sure it's the right decision. It's you undermining yourself because you're not sure you made the right decision. And once you recognize that you're engaging in second-guessing behavior or questioning a decision you've already made, the key is to change your behavior. What this means is that you stop doing the things that you're doing to second-guess yourself. So what that might mean is when you catch yourself reading reviews about new digital cameras that have come out since you bought your camera, ask yourself, why am I doing this? If you're doing it because you're just really interested in digital cameras, then by all means, go ahead, read those reviews, enjoy it. However, if you're doing this because you're trying to see if there's a better camera that's come out since you bought your camera, this is when you need to disengage from that behavior. Maybe you need to give yourself, for example, a 6-month moratorium from looking at reviews of digital cameras so you don't fall into that trap. Essentially, you want to engage in behaviors that demonstrate an openness to the uncertainty regarding whether or not you made the right decision. It's an acceptance that you've already made the decision. You bought the digital camera based on your best evaluation of the information that you had at the time, and you're not going to review it any further. So, in this way, challenging this form of manifestation of intolerance of uncertainty is really about eliminating intolerance of uncertainty behaviors that you might engage in after the fact. It's essentially eliminating information gathering to determine whether or not you made the best decision and just tolerating the uncertainty that maybe you didn't make the best decision. Maybe you made a decision that was wrong, but you made the decision, and this is the digital camera that you have. In doing so, it can also help foster a sense of contentment, that not everything you do, and that not every decision you have to make has to be confirmed as the absolute perfect decision. And so by doing this, you're building tolerance for uncertainty because you no longer have to seek confirmation about the effectiveness of your decision making. And this could result in you feeling more confident, more content, and less anxious because you're not constantly seeking out examples of potential mistakes that you might have made. So I hope that gives you a better understanding, a better sense of how second-guessing yourself and questioning decisions you've already made, how these things are associated with intolerance of uncertainty. and how by eliminating those second-guessing behaviors, you can build your overall tolerance for uncertainty. I'd love to hear any questions or comments that you have about this, so please leave me some comments in the comment section down below. If you've been enjoying my videos and would like to see more, please hit that subscribe button and notification bell, and you'll be alerted every week when I post a new video. So that's all for today's video. As always, thank you for making it all the way to the end of this video, and I will see you in the next one.